So, it's been a little while, but we are now at 2 weeks until I catch my flights to go to Canada. 2 weeks? That's ridiculous. Where did the time go? So the last video I did about this was about 3 weeks ago, which seems like a long time, but not a lot has changed because there's not a lot to change, to be honest. So as I said in the other video, you can go back and watch it if you wish, but basically everything's all in place, my flight, my insurance, and we have somewhere to stay. Apartment wise, flat, apartment, house, I'm not sure what we're calling it. The new place in Stratford, John is officially moved in now. He moved all his stuff in sort of over the last couple of weeks. He's got himself all set up. We've got Wi-Fi in the property, which is a must-have, as you will know. And yeah, he's basically living there and sleeping there and living his life there, which is great. I'm obviously really anxious to get there, and I've really only seen the place on a video, and he's taken me around and seen photos when there was the initial looking at it through the website. It looks great. I'm super excited to show you all and actually move all my stuff in and find places for everything to live, and that's the exciting bit, isn't it? Choosing where stuff goes in on all the shelves and all that kind of thing. So that'll be fun. So yeah, that's all sorted and ready to go, and we're just sorting out the last few little bits. So as I said, my flight's already booked, but I've now also booked my airport transfer, if you want to call it that, I suppose, from Toronto Airport to Stratford, because it's like 2 hours away, and I'm landing at a time that's not really convenient for anyone to come pick me up, and I wouldn't expect them to. It's a 4 hour round trip. It's a crazy amount of distance and time and fuel. So I've paid for a company called Stratford Airporter, which is a local company to Stratford, I believe, that do trips out to Toronto Airport, because it's so far away. There's a little shuttle thing that runs, and I've paid for me and my suitcases, plural, to go in that on the evening that I land. So that's all sorted and ready to go. I've got all my documentation ready to go. Literally today I have sent a box full of things that was not going to fit in any of my suitcases. So I had a old bookcase that my granddad had made me when I was very little, probably about 2 or 3 years old, that he'd hand built basically, and I did not want to get rid of it, obviously, because it's quite sentimental to me. In all honesty, when I collapsed it and took it apart, I found his handwriting on the inside saying which pieces it was and how to, like, when he built it, obviously he'd annotated where he was up to with making it. And just seeing his handwriting, because obviously he passed away a fair while ago now, and I had a little breakdown on my own when I was unpacking it, which was nice, but it was nice that he'd written on it, and it was, obviously it meant a lot to him that he'd made it for me and he took great care in making it. So obviously I can't show you that now because it's in a box somewhere between here and Canada. So that's in the box. I've put a lot of my Lego in there, bubble wrapped the bejesus out of everything, because, you know, transport and transfers and all that kind of thing couldn't be tricky, especially with, well, they're not breakable things, but Lego, I suppose it is breakable, but not fully breakable, if you get my drift. So that's all in there. There's a really cool mirror that's in there of like a fox. It looks really, really awesome. And just big pieces that weren't really going to fit in a suitcase, but not enough that I would need like a removal firm. So I literally sent that today. It's just been picked up, so it's making its way to Canada as we speak. Hopefully it will get there in one piece with everything still inside it. Everyone keep your fingers crossed. Pray to the gods of mail. I don't know who that would be. So that's good. Where else are we at? I've sold pretty much everything I can through either eBay or Facebook Marketplace. There is some things still on there, but everyone seems to have gone quiet and clearly doesn't want any of it. So in the next week or so, I'll probably just take them all off and take them all to the charity shop, and then they can do with them as they wish. If they feel they can sell them on, then absolutely cool. If not, then they can be disposed of. So yeah, that's kind of it. There's nothing really else that's happened in regards to me prepping for the Canada trip. I've got the next couple of weeks are just kind of maybe thinking about packing. I said that last video and I really haven't done any of it because we're still sort of back into to my nan's because we look after her quite a bit, and we're just all over the place, and I can't pack anything probably until the last week. So probably next week I'll look at doing some of that. There's one suitcase upstairs that is ready to go. I will have 3 suitcases. I've got one big one and 2 kind of cabin size. Oh, that's the other thing I did. I paid for the extra bag through Icelandair that I'm flying with because they only permit 1 hold bag and 1 carry-on. So I'm going to take 1 extra hold bag as well. So that means I've got 1 big bag and 2 carry-on bags, and I'll have my backpack with me as well. So I'm going to try and pack that as well as I can. As I said, there's a case upstairs that's pretty much ready to go. I've just packed it full of stuff. You forget how much stuff you have before you try and move to a different continent. It is a little bit crazy. But as I said to somebody yesterday, it's really easy to pack. You know when you go on holiday and you're not sure what to take? Oh, do I take this? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be hot? Do I need this jumper? Do I need this t-shirt? I just pack everything. Just, is it mine? Yes, it goes in the case. Which is, yeah, I suppose it makes things easier. It also makes things very difficult, and you have to be quite good at Tetris and getting things of funny shapes in the cases. But we are getting there. So everything is pretty much ready to go. 2 weeks to go. I don't think I've forgotten to do anything. Anything official. Like, I don't know. But I haven't. Everything is, flights are booked and all that kind of thing. My passport's in date. I have a visa, I suppose, because it's attached to my IEC thing. I have an ETA to help me get into Canada, because you need one to get into the country. But then I'll be given my work permit at the airport. So yeah, everything's all in place, and we're just kind of, as I said, this next 2 weeks are just going to be last kind of visits, catch-ups with friends, and just crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's before we head to Manchester in a couple of weeks' time. And I'm super excited to hopefully take everybody with me. So I'm going to, obviously, these videos are going to increase because it's exciting stuff, what's coming. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do. And tell your friends and comment and like. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.